If you are a letting agent, you want to know that the properties that you're letting out and your landlords are compliant against the 150 bits of legislation, if not 170 bits of legislation. So it's really, really important that you have some Proptech firms that can work together and help you to help your landlords be compliant. Paul, you're boss man of Yuno, and Nick, you're boss man of No Letting Go. What is the collaboration that you came together through the ICG, and how does it help letting agents?
What we encompassed when we tried to get an end-to-end system for agents when looking at our aggregated data sets on licensing and planning permission was that identifying the problem was only one part of it. There's then a few data collection and journey to go on after that, and essentially at some point you need somebody to go to the property and collect lots of information.
Okay, so there's lots of technical words that you use there, aggregating data. Oh, we're talking to letting agents here. What exactly are we talking about here? Come on.
Pulling data into the one place.
So therefore, we're talking about different licensing and things like that. Your firm at Yuno basically collects all the bits of data on licensing, schedule falls and planning and building regs and all that, and puts it into one data source.
Yeah, one beautiful user journey.
Okay, yet through the ICG, Nick, you from No Letting Go, who are boss man of a firm who does an awful lot of outsourcing inventories and midterm inspections. Yeah. Where did you come in? So, why did we need people on the ground to back up what Paul said?
Well, I think so Paul's in the business, obviously, of ensuring that landlords and letting agents acting on behalf of landlords can essentially get HMO applications through, get licenses, etc., so sort of look after that journey. One of the problems that Paul has encountered is the fact that he can get so much information collected through data sources, all the usual places online, etc. But of course, at some point, somebody has to go to a property and has to measure the room, make sure fire extinguishers are in place, fire doors are working, all the requirements that you need for licensing. And of course, No Letting Go, as we specialise in collecting information on site for the property industry. We're known mostly for inventories, checkouts, midterm inspections, and that sort of thing. But broader than that, we actually get heavily involved in any form of data collecting on site for letting agents. And Paul came to us and said, "I've got this problem. Can you help me?"
Paul, surely agents would be doing this, or do you think agents just don't like to do this because they think it's complicated and they'd rather outsource it to someone who almost a one-stop shop? Just get me that license, tell me how to do it, and between you can sort it all out. Is that it in a nutshell?
Yeah, I think anything can be done yourself, but obviously with us, it's super complicated, the accuracy that we need. There's lots of inventory firms, a lot of data collection companies out here, but obviously with Nick and the ICG is the accuracy of the data that he has and the team that he's trained to specifically for this problem.
Yeah.
So when you're taken through to a journey, essentially the planning team within the council have totally different requirements for licensing. If you don't have really specific data, you can't advise properly.
So in a nutshell, the ICG, which is the Innovation Collaboration Group of a bunch of the cream of the cream of Proptech firms, you two are two members of the ICG have come together noticing that there is this issue, so you can help letting agents and ultimately their landlords a one-stop shop to get licensing and HMOs and all that, which is, let's be honest, a pain in the backside.
It is, but not only is it a pain in the backside, most letting agents, they need to get it done, they want to get it done. They use a variety of, obviously, supply companies to solve problems, which is what a letting agent does. The most important thing here is around accuracy. You can't get into a situation where you make a mistake, because if you make a mistake and an HMO license doesn't go through because it's inaccurate, and it could be a foot out or whatever, then
so it's a one-stop shop. You've got people who know what they're doing, so the compliance will be through the roof, which means you've got happy letting agents and happy landlords.
Yeah, absolutely.
Click a button, it's done.
What more could you ask for? Chaps, thank you for your time today.
Thanks, Chris.
Brilliant.
If you are a letting agent and you want to know more about the ICG, then click on the link above.